Today we will talk about the Taxation Law Amendment Bill 2021. So we will basically took up the whole issue, what is the Karen Energy, Vodafone, etc. So these are the all issue we will talk about. So in this video, how we will proceed? Firstly, we will look at the issue and actually the need for this amendment in the Taxation Laws Amendment Bill 2009, which is passed by the Lok Sabha. So we will, what is the need? What happened in the last year or in a last decade actually that lead to this amendment, and even there is a high demand to actually abolish the retrospective law. So this is the what is the main job which through this amendment has done, that they has done away with the retrospective law, which is the very contentious tax laws in India. So this is all about. So we will took up the issue. So why this amendment in news? Because the Lok Sabha actually passed this bill to done away with the retrospective levy of taxes. We will took up the issue, whole issue, what is the retrospective, why this issue, why this came actually talk about. Came in 2020 and settled the dispute related taxes of Vodafone and Karen Energy and 20 others. So before that, we have to look at what is the capital gains tax, because whole related issue is related to the retrospective tax, and that retrospective tax is dependent on the capital gain tax. So what is the capital gain tax? So capital gain tax actually in a simple manner, suppose if you are buying something or if someone is selling something, so on the selling of something there are some profit earned to the any company, any of the private or either the government. If government is selling some, so then this selling, whenever someone is selling, there is a profit earned. So on that profit, that tax is levied, known as the capital gains tax. But the issue is not all about this. What happened? The Vodafone is a UK company. It led to the merger or the actually Hutch-Hisar. So Vodafone, UK Vodafone actually buys the Hutch-Hisar in 2000 in something like that. So what happened that the government imposed the capital gain tax on this Vodafone because of this selling or because of the buying of the Hutch-Hisar. On that there should be a capital gains tax, and that capital gains tax is around the 22,100 crore is imposed on the Vodafone. So obviously at that time what happened, this is not in the law and anywhere and in the law. So there is a kind of loopholes in the law found by the Vodafone or Karen Energy, something like that. So this happened, and that's why the UK Vodafone actually challenged the matter in the High Court. High Court favored the Vodafone, and similarly matter went to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court unanimous decision favor in the Vodafone UK Vodafone. So this UK means United Kingdom company Vodafone. So unanimously actually favored the Vodafone company. So what Supreme Court said that no, you cannot take a tax from any of these company by applying the capital gains tax or like that. So this is all about. So obviously, so this matter. So this is not all about the matter of this. So what is the main thing? The income tax or income tax when there is a capital around the 7,000 crore or 6,000 crore. So that is actually the shook the government, and then government, in order to nullify the order of SC judgment, actually did the amendment in the income tax 1961. So what SC gave the judgment in the favor of Vodafone, and government shooked, and in order to nullify the judgment of the Supreme Court, government amended the Income Tax Act 1961 and section 911 and introduced the retrospective amendment. So this is very important. So what is the retrospective amendment? Suppose if there is any selling and which is in India. So if the something company which is working in India, or if they are buying something and that profit after the buying or after the selling the any asset, so if that is happened, then you have to pay a tax to the government. No doubt you have to pay a tax to the government. But this Karen Energy and both Vodafone is not an Indian entity or not an Indian company, and that aggravated the matter, and this led to the aggressive stand. So Vodafone is calm, nothing about. There might be an internal discussion between the government, so that settled the issue. Now we will come about the Karen Energy, which actually aggressively pursuing the permanent court of arbitration judgment. So we will claim what is the Karen Energy issue. So before we move forward, we have to look at what is the retrospective taxation. So need to understand in such a way. Suppose you take a house on a rent. Let's say the rent is the 15,000 per month of a good house, and that is the so. So this 15 month is for the 5 months. Now this is for 5 months, and now what happened? The rent owner, whoever was the owner of the house, what did that? This 15,000 has been increased to the 16,000. So whatever in the that house said that yes, from this time I will pay you the 16,000. But the owner is saying that no, this 6,000 you have not to pay from till today or from this month, but earlier 5 months as well. So this is the what do you mean by the retrospective taxation which applied on this company. So not only the Vodafone or Karen Energy, but the 20 other as well. So there are the 22 such cases of the retrospective taxation, and that's why the matter is very increasing in the India, and that's why the issue are very raised. So Vodafone is calm, but this Karen Energy issue actually aggressively took up the issue and actually went to the permanent court of arbitration, etc. as well. Vodafone also went to the permanent court of arbitration, and permanent court of arbitration, which is actually situated in Hague, Netherlands, favored the Vodafone, and now the government have to pay 22,100 crore to the Vodafone as well. This Karen Energy, what happened? So in 2006, what happened? There is actually merger took place between the Vedanta and the Karen Energy. So in January 2012, as I have told you, in 2012 is as well in Income Tax Act 1961 amended, and Section 9 one of the Income Tax Act 1961 as amended and introduced the retrospective taxation in order to nullify the judgment. So what happened in January 2014? Actually, the Income Tax Department seeks the information of 2006 reorganization with the Vedanta Limited. So this is happened. So now this is okay. If there is someone IT department is seeking the information, that's okay, no issue. In March 2015, what happened? Actually, the IT department demanded the 10,247 crore, citing the retrospective legislation. This irked the Karen Energy. This led to the aggressiveness of the Karen Energy, and actually Karen Energy said we will dispute and declared it disputed with the government of India. And in March 2015, Karen Energy commented international arbitration against the government of India in March 2015, and in May 2018, what happened at that time when this IT department demanded and the Karen Energy refused to sell, then what happened that time? The 10% shares of the Karen Energy actually holded by the government, and in May 2018, the IT department began selling of the Karen Energy. This led to aggravated the matter. But in the permanent court of arbitration, what happened? 30 August 2000, the proceedings were takes place, and the judgment came in 22 December 2020, and final judgment is in the favor of the Karen Energy, and the permanent court of arbitration actually said that you have to give, government of India have to give around 10,500 something crore with the Karen Energy. Now what happened? The Karen Energy aggressively pursuing this permanent court of arbitration judgment, and actually in the foreign country trying to freeze the Indian asset or take away the Indian asset and then sell and they recover the dues. So this is happening, and that aggravated the matter. So aggressiveness of Karen Energy actually forced the government to do amendment in the taxation law bill, and that's why the taxation law bill amendment 2021 introduced. Recently what happened? Actually the France court ordered the freezing of asset. In the US as well, Karen Energy has filed a petition in the US courts actually to freeze the Indian assets of the Air India. So this is happening. So that's why. That's why this amendment has been taken place in the retrospective and taxation law amendment bill 2000. So what is the main job of the taxation law? Remember that this present government at that time they were in opposition. So this government at that time when they were in opposition, so what that this retrospective called each other the tax terrorism. So tax terrorism, and the UPA government actually showing the power of tax, and that's led to the matter. But obviously this government came and not immediately actually done away with the retrospective taxation. It took a year. Basically, after the Karen Energy, when this is aggressively pursuing the permanent court of arbitration judgment, this actually forced the government, because this is not a single issue. This is a Vodafone issue, Karen Energy issue, and 20 others. They might be the small company or the big company. If they will challenge, then also. This is a similar case with the Reliance India as well. But when the Reliance India started the arbitration, then the IT department actually not issued the notice to the Reliance India. So this is also happened. So this as well. So this is the main motive. So what is the main motive of the Taxation Law Amendment Bill 2021 is actually to done away with the retrospective tax. So what happened? After the retrospective tax judgment, actually it will lead to the breach. And India is not a favored investment destination. Actually give the message in the world, and actually because something, if the any other tax is actually harm the profit of the corporation, and is actually lead to the breach of trust, and on the basis of that trust which other foreign company came in India, that will lead to the breach of trust. So why any foreign company will come? Although investment is not going anywhere, heavy investment is coming in India, no doubt, it's all about. But yes, this will lead to the restoration of the breach what actually done by the government of India earlier. And now after this amendment which will lead away to the retrospective. But you need to remember that this actually came in the 2012. So after that, whatever are the cases related to this, that will be go on, because every company know that now there is a retrospective taxation. So if anything will happen, you have to pay tax. But before the 2012, whatever case, that will be nullified, cases will be withdrawn, and even the money will be repay by the government of India. So obviously this Karen Energy and Vodafone money will, I think, pave away. Although government of India actually challenged the judgment of the permanent court of arbitration and actually file a petition as well to seeking. So what is the main point? How government is defending actually this taxation law? On the basis of a single point, sovereign tax right. So on the basis of this single point, actually the sovereign tax right of the government of India, and it will not actually challenge in the international court. But this permanent court of arbitration in both the Vodafone and Karen Energy has clearly said. What is the main significance? Another, you need to know that in the Karen Energy permanent court of arbitration, there are the Indian judge as well, which also ruled against the India. So this shows the clearly how actually Indian government is wrong in such cases. So this is all about. So obviously this taxation will restore the trust between any foreign company and the Indian government, and that not hamper the foreign investment. So it will also lead to the increase in the foreign investment, which is the main motive. And obviously if there is any bilateral investment treaty, because this Karen Energy actually filed a petition in the permanent court of arbitration on the basis of the UK India bilateral investment treaty, which actually says that you have to be fair, equitable, and everything which have to provided to this foreign company if there is any bilateral investment signed. So actually which also lead to the breach, and this will lead to the improvement in the bilateral investment treaty of India as well as the any other country. So this is all about of this video. So hope you will like this video. Hope you should understand the issue as a whole, what is the matter and why this government actually bring the taxation law amendment bill in 2021. So this is all about. Thank you guys. Hope you like this video. You should subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video.